Mood reloaded. How is my hair, by the way? I need to do some go to the salon and see my salonist, and very soon I'm going to do that anyway. We are not here for that, but welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Regina the Nurse, and as always, we are here with Health Talks. We are here to learn, to inform each other, and to get updated on several health issues through your nurse, Regina. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Regina the Nurse. Like, share, and always leave a comment for me to improve on what you need me to improve. So today, or about now, I'm taking you through about mental stability. And mental stability is when someone is in or is at their best mentally to be able to perform their daily duties or responsibilities as expected. So basically, mental stability is very essential and very, very important in any human being, because when you're not stable mentally, then you're not stable in any other way. Our mind directs everything in our system, and as always, mental stability is about us. It's about the environment you're living in. It's about our life in general, and I think it's all about being able to do or to carry out your responsibilities or your daily life responsibilities as expected. So I can say we are responsible for each other, because when someone is not in the right environment, they tend to get stressed up, and when someone is stressed up because of one issue or the other, and sometimes they're not able to handle themselves or to balance that, then they end up being unstable. And when you're not stable, or when they're not stable, then they also... And so yes, some people are not able to handle their stresses in life, or they're not able to do stress management. And in that way, it is always good to create an environment for each other that is going to support each other on how to function well, because we need each other and we need to be independent. Because when someone is not stable or not able to manage themselves, then they become dependent, and when they are dependent, then they affect you on how you should carry out your life, because they have to depend on you. You have to always be there for them. And yes, so mental stability, number one, is very, very essential. And this is it can start with the community, or it can start basically in the family or in your small circle of friends, where you have to talk about it. If you feel something is not right, or something is really disturbing you, something is not working out for you, it is good to talk about it so that you get help. You can do it through a friend who is going to listen to you, or you can do it even through a counselor, or a session where you are taken through how to manage all this by ignoring some things in the past, how to manage yourself, creating humor, creating your environment, and being able to support yourself as a person. And so when we note that someone is not quite doing well by being unstable, it is always good to approach them, maybe ask them what the problem could be, take an angle or an approach that they are going to appreciate. Or if you cannot do it yourself, tell somebody who is going to be ready to do it in a professional way, or even in the manner that that person is going to appreciate. Talk to them, get to know the roots about it, and then they are going to be helping this person to get out of that problem. And mostly people who are not or stable mentally, they develop what we call depression. And depression is a moment when somebody goes through a lot, like they get to be conservative. They don't expose what they're going through. They just pile up whatever they're going through, and it builds up to destroy them, because they can totally become, they can isolate themselves. And you find this person is not outgoing, this person is not being able to sit around people, this person is not going to be, and the behavior changes completely. And you're able to note, because the person just outsides themselves completely from the rest. So such people who are undergoing such hard times are very, very difficult for them to come up and say what they're going through. So it is good when we just help them by approaching them in the right way. And if we cannot do that ourselves by talking to them, then by taking them to a counselor or even to a doctor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, where they're going to open up and they are going to be feeling like their information is being private and confidential, then they are going to open up and say what their problem is. So mental stability is very important. I may not explain it in the best way, but yes, mental stability is the key thing in our life, because we are able to perform well when we are stable in our work, at home, and all that. Sometimes life can be difficult, like at work you can have some stress, some challenges, maybe with colleagues, with just performance in your work, but it's not the end of it all. It's good to go and talk to somebody who can always listen to you and then work it out or know how you're going to handle that. Don't just pile up things and then they're going to destroy you. You're going to develop depression and other conditions just because you're not able to talk about it, and you kill yourself slowly. And sometimes when it gets to worse, or when things go really, really bad, then we need to go and see a psychiatrist, where you're maybe going to be put on drugs, and these drugs can maybe be able to stabilize you so that at the end of the day you're going to be stable and come back to your normal life. Nowadays life is hard. Things are really, really not as maybe they used to be, or things might not work out the way you expect them to work in your life, but it's not the end of it all. Talk to somebody, try to work out something in your life. If it's a matter of not getting a job or not being able to perform well, or maybe you've lost your job, you've lost your family member, a loved one, don't kill yourself by just keeping quiet and piling up things for yourself. It is good to open up and talk about issues in your life so that you get help earliest possible, because I know what these conditions can really do to somebody. I've seen people who are so good in life, they were the best, they were teachers, they were doctors, they were anything that anybody can wish to be, and at the end of the day you find this person totally different because of something that really happened in their life. Maybe they lost their wife, their loved ones, their job, their children, and at the end, when they do this and they don't get the right advice, the right support, then they feel like they're in their own world and they end up being depressed, and this totally destroys them. Some people even end up losing their job because of not being mentally stable. So guys, I felt like, yes, mental stability is the key thing, because so many things, or so many people have lost this in the current times of COVID, where people have lost jobs, there is low income, businesses are down, things have changed totally, schools were closed for months. Some of even the candidates or students had to lose their interest in school because they were at home for a long time and they lost the interest. So without the right advice, the right support, the right family guidance, you find that some of them did not even go back to school. But I would encourage somebody out there that it's not the end of it all. Just go talk to somebody about it, and at the end of the day you're going to come up with something that is going to work out for you. And yes, as always, this is Regina the nurse, taking you through your mental health topic. And yes, so if you're new here, consider subscribing, consider liking, sharing my videos, and let's grow, let's move with Regina your nurse.